In today's video, I want to talk a little bit about Tesla and the counter trend trade decision that we just had a couple of days ago. And let's see, if you look at the daily pattern in this chart, okay, we've been looking at a bearish pattern of lower lows and lower highs recently. And typically you'd expect an extension to the downside if that pattern is going to, play out the same way, because the last time you had a pullback, you extended downwards, and you have a pullback, you would typically extend downwards. However, I always want to watch the other decisions for multiple reasons. Okay, now price, when we were trading down to this support decision, price was below the 200 simple, below the 50, the 5 and 13 were in a sell mode. So why would you want to be a buyer against this support? This support came in with a 786 retracement of one swing, extensions of these other swings, and then there was also a projection, a 100% projection of another swing, and the cluster came in between 285.80 to 288.90. So there's clear definition of risk. So why would you even consider it? Well, when there's timing involved, okay, and there was timing in this case. I ran the timing factors off of this last high for the next potential low, and you can see where the standouts came in on Feb 26th, 27th. And you knew that because the market looked bad, that there are probably a lot of shorts in this market too, right? But I have to see timing if I'm going to consider any counter trend trades. And I also want to see extensions of prior swings, because many moves tend to terminate at extensions of prior swings. So in this case, we did have extensions, we had a cluster, and we had timing that told us to, number one, move down stops on any shorts. Number two, if you're allowed to take a counter trend trade setup on your particular plan, you have the option to look for buy signals against this support. Well, we ended up getting those buy signals, and today you got even more to the upside. So let's look at what you can potentially get off of this area, now that, some shorts are getting squeezed. Well, typically I'm going to look for 1272 of this swing up here, which comes in at, let me just double check this. I know it's in here somewhere, the 1272. Actually, let me just run it all over again real quick. So take the prior high to the low. Okay, you can see the 1272 there. It's kind of overlapping. So it's in this 333 area. Okay, 333.89 is the 1272 extension. So that is your typical target that I'd look for off of this low. And then I also took 100% projection of this first swing up, projected it from this low, and that also kind of overlaps this area here. Actually, let me just do it again. So this low to this high, projected from this low. It's hard to see where it comes in. Yeah, actually that overlaps this area. So bottom line, I wouldn't have you buy here, because I had a buy set up here where your risk was right underneath here. But I would look at pullbacks to the most recent low for new entries in Tesla. Obviously, I would consider myself wrong if it breaks back down underneath here. And I would be looking for, minimum upside target and next important decision starting up at this 333 area. Okay, so let's look at the pullbacks, because if you didn't have my work here, you missed that trade. You don't want to buy the new highs. You want to at least wait for a pullback. Okay, but I do expect to see some higher prices towards that 333 area, as long as price continues to hold above that February 26th time and price low.